Hey guys, it's Julie from Julie's Designs. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make fall and Halloween themed books that you can use as decor in your home. Most of this stuff is going to come from the Dollar Tree, so it's not going to cost that much. And it's going to be something really simple that anybody can do. It's not going to take that many tools or that much creativity to do. I promise it's something everyone can do. So what I did is, you can get books from the Dollar Tree as well. We're going to use paperback books because this is going to be the easiest thing. Now if you want, you can use hardback books to do this, but definitely paperback is the easiest. And I got these from the thrift store and probably from some garage sales. They're $1 at the Dollar Tree, but if you go to thrift stores, you can usually get them for 25 cents or 50 cents or sometimes 10 cents at a garage sale. So definitely keep this in the back of your mind when you're out garage sailing, and pick up a few books so you can try this. I like to pick 3 different sizes: a larger, a medium, and then a smaller. I like the thicker one, so it's a little bit higher. And what you're going to do is, we're going to start off by prepping the books. All you're going to do is you're going to pull off the covers. We don't want that. That's ugly. We're going to pull off the covers. So you're left with just a blank slate. We're going to do that for each one. There you go. You don't want to pull off so much that it falls apart, but it should pull off the right amount for you the first time. We're going to do 2 sets because we're going to do a Halloween set and a fall set. So that'll be one set, and this will be another set. I have done this before with the hardback books. So if you decide to use hardback books, what you'll want to do is just paint the whole thing. So this makes it a little bit simpler, where you're not spending as much time painting. So this one has a receipt in it. They paid $5.33 for this book at Barnes & Noble in Indiana. When was this? In 2013. I bought it at Goodwill for 50 cents. Okay. So now I have all my, oh, I forgot. Got all my bases ready. You want to kind of have them set up how you're going to stack them, just so you know what you're working with. Sometimes they're like a little bit slanted, so you want to make sure the slant is going up, not down, so you'll be able to see the spine a little bit better. Now what we're going to do, it's going to be really quick. We're just going to paint the spines with chalk paint. I'm going to be using Waverly chalk paint from Walmart in the color Plaster. It's kind of like an off-white. It's a very pretty color. So we're just going to paint the spines really quick. And on your top book, let me see, this one's kind of dark. Let me see what's on the next page. I'm going to take this one off. I'm going to go to one with some words. On your top book, you want to paint that one too. There's usually something on the top one. And you can see this paint covers up great. Put that on the side to dry. On to the next one. I'll show you the difference when you paint it. So you can see the paint kind of smooths it out a little bit where it's a little rough from where you tore it. It looks like torn paper. Okay, I'm gonna stack them back up and let them dry, and then we'll move on to something else while that dries. So for the Halloween ones, I want to do a skull at the top, and they have these at the Dollar Tree. They also have the bigger skulls, but I think this one is a little bit more proportionate. So, but this looks funky. So we're gonna pull him off, and we don't need this base. And so what I do now at the Dollar Tree, also they have all these cute skulls right now for Halloween, and I love them, but they all like this yellowish color and they look just kind of cheap. So you can use this for any of those bone animals and skulls and stuff that you pick up at the Dollar Tree to paint, and it's going to really make it look more expensive. And also they have a bigger skull than this, so what you can do is get 2 skulls on the stands, and then pop one of them off and put glue a bigger skull on here. So you'll have like 2 different size skulls. That would be cute too. I have one of these actually that I use as decor, and I painted the bottom black in chalk paint, and then I painted the top like I'm gonna paint it, and it made it look, you know, like way more expensive. So we're just gonna chalk paint the skull in the same color, but then what we're gonna do is distress it a little bit. So what makes it look expensive is when you have different colors coming through, but also nice colors. So we don't want this yellow color. I don't mind the black, that's okay. And then once we distress it, it'll the different colors will come through and look good. See, that already looks better. I'm not going to do it too heavy because I want it to dry quickly. Always remember, if you like the shape of something, you like the look of something, but you don't necessarily like the color of something, anything can be painted. Anything can be painted and really just transformed. All right, little skull. I'm gonna put him on the side, and next, so these are new. All this other stuff I've seen before at the Dollar Tree, but these are new. They are little pumpkins, and they are on clips. So when I saw these, I was excited. They have a little gator clip on the back. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I like these. I mean, the color's okay, but it's a little bright for me. So I'm gonna go with a little more farmhouse toned down look. We're gonna paint these pumpkins white as well. And it comes in a pack of 3 for $1. So that's not bad. I'm going to be doing another video soon decorating my foyer, because 2 years ago when we first moved here, Halloween was the first holiday we spent here. So I was so excited to decorate. I went all out. Got all kind of stuff. Oh my God, my foyer was gorgeous. And most of it came from the Dollar Tree. So I saw pretty much everything that I use is still at the Dollar Tree this year. And I didn't decorate last year because I was pregnant and it was too much. So I thought this year I would decorate again, but I would videotape me decorating. And it's all stuff you can go purchase at the Dollar Tree. Most of it I did change up a little to make it look more expensive. I like the color of the stem, so I'm gonna keep that. our little pumpkin is painted. Doesn't that look so much better than this bright orange? And then we're gonna add a little antiquing to it to kind of give it some dimension. So that way it's not the exact same color as the books. And we're gonna do the same thing to Mr. Skeleton. So before he dries too much, I'm gonna kind of start wiping him. Definitely get in the eyeballs so that that black comes through. I'm not going to distress the pumpkin because I don't want the orange coming through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add antiquing glaze on top of it. A little bit of brown on top of it, and that'll give it some dimension. So I'm just kind of wiping it off. If it was all the way dry, I would use a wet rag. But I started doing this while the paint was still a little bit wet, so I'm just using a paper towel. How do I look? Much better, huh? I don't have another one like this to show you before and after, but it definitely looks more expensive than that ugly yellow. All right, so move the pumpkin out the way. Okay, next what I'm gonna do is, so all of the fall ribbon they had at the Dollar Tree, had like glitter and stuff on it, and that's not my style. But I saw this scarf, those hideous scarves that they sell at the Dollar Tree. But this one was cute. So I figured this will make the perfect ribbon. I like buffalo check, and that were good. So I'm gonna cut it in half because it's a little bit thick for what I need. Let me move my paint out of the way. Okay. So it's buffalo check. It'll be easy to tell where the middle is, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this down the middle. If you do not have fabric scissors, you should definitely invest in some. Actually, you don't need to invest in them. They're not that expensive, but they are good to have around. Just keep them away from the kids. They're very sharp, and you don't want your kids cutting stuff with them because then they'll dull and not work anymore. And you can go get ribbon, I'm sure, from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any craft store. Although I did go to Walmart and I didn't see any Halloween ribbon. But all that stuff is far away from me. So I don't make trips over there very often. Okay, so now we have half a piece of ribbon, and I think this will be perfect. Oh, look at this cup I got at the Dollar Tree. It says, great ideas start with great coffee. I thought that was really cute and perfect. So I'm gonna keep that at my coffee station. Okay, so what we're gonna use to decorate the Halloween books is we're gonna use the scarf, we're going to use the skull, and we're also going to use some of this, this is from the Dollar Tree, it's kind of like some burlap ribbon. We're going to use that. And then to decorate the fall book set, we're going to use these burlap leaves, and they have wire on the back, so you can kind of put them in and then kind of secure them where you want them to go, and then you can also like bend them. So we're going to use that. I have orange and I have the burlap color, and these are both from the Dollar Tree. And then I have these ribbons that are not from the Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure they're from Michael's, but it's this pretty plaid burlap colored ribbon, and then this gingham print orange ribbon. And then we're gonna use the little pumpkin clip. The books are dry, and the next step is to write something on them before we decorate them. Now, the top book, when you paint it, it might pull the paper up a little bit, like make it crinkle. So what you want to do is just take a glue stick, and you can just glue that down to keep it in place. Now what I did is I went on my computer and I just typed up some words, and any program you're comfortable with, you can type up some words and print them out, and this is what we're going to use to put on our books. So on the fall ones, it's going to say grateful, thankful, blessed, and then on the Halloween ones, it's going to say spells and charms, curses and hexes, potions and poisons. And also when I'm doing like small skinny stuff, I like to put boxes around my words, and that makes it a lot easier to make sure it's straight when I'm taping it down. I'm going to want masking tape because it holds it in place, but then it doesn't tear what you're working on. So let's see. I'll figure out what order I want to do them in ahead of time. Okay, I'm going to do curses and hexes first. I'm going to tape it in place on the book. And then I have a strip of the carbon paper. You can order this on Amazon. And I just cut a strip down so it would be easier to use. And then you're going to take your pencil. You want the shiny side down and the dull side up when you're working with carbon paper. And I'm just going to trace the words with a pencil. So if you like the way this looks, where it looks kind of like a pencil look, you can stop there. But I'm going to make it darker with a paint pen. This is just a paint pen you can get from Walmart with a fine tip. So it'll be a little bit more detailed. And then I'm going to go and just trace over what I just copied. Curses and hexes. So I'm going to do this on the other two books, and then it'll be ready to decorate. Okay, I got all three books done. I'll show you up close what they look like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue each book together just with my glue stick, just to hold it in place while I'm decorating. You could also just hot glue it together if you want it. And I like it to sit on the edge, so they stacked up on the edge. You could center them if you want. This is just how I prefer them. Because you're gonna be, this is the part that's gonna be showing the most the front. So I like them stacked up all the way even in the front. Okay, we're gonna take our scarf. And you wanna tie a nice tight knot and secure it in place. Okay, I like it kind of spread out on the sides to cover a little bit of the book. Now we're going to take our ribbon from the Dollar Tree, the burlap print, and we're going to add another layer of ribbon to it. So I'm just going to cut some, and I'm going to tie it right in the middle. And this ribbon does have wire, so you'll be able to kind of put it in the position that you like. I'm going to cut the edges at an angle. I'm going to cut this shorter too, but not till the end. Okay, now we're ready for our little skull. What we're going to do is we're going to get some twine. And we're going to secure him on. He already has the mouthpiece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a ribbon around the mouth. Then I'm going to thread it through the bottom. And then secure it on the other side, and that'll keep it in place. Open your mouth. All right. Wrap it around a little bit and then tie it on this side. Whatever way you want to do it, just to keep it on there. It's going to move a little bit, but that's fine. You just want to have it secure on there so it doesn't fall off. I'm going to cut off the extra. Okay. I kind of want this ribbon to hit the ground, so I'm going to cut it kind of long, where it kind of lays, kind of drapes. And this one's done. What y'all think? So once you have it laying flat, you'll be able to put your skull and it'll stay in place. And then like I said, this one has some wire in it, the burlap one, so you can also play with that one and get it where you want it. So I think this looks super cute. It was $1 for the scarf, and I only used half the scarf. It was $1 for the skull, and it was $1 for the ribbon, which I only used a piece of the ribbon as well. And then the books from Goodwill were 50 cents, so $1.50 altogether. If I had planned ahead and got some at a garage sale, I probably could have got them for much cheaper. But I think this is a really cute, expensive looking piece of decor that you can put in your foyer or wherever you want to decorate for the holidays, and you can use it year round. It's not overly Halloween. I think it's like a little more farmhouse Halloween. I love it. All right, we're going to move on to the fall books. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's gonna say grateful, thankful, blessed. I'm gonna do the exact same process that I used You do want to line them up ahead of time so that you don't mess up, because the books are 3 different sizes. You want it to say grateful, thankful, blessed, not thankful, blessed, grateful. I just think everybody says grateful, thankful, blessed. So that just makes more sense. So grateful is going to go on a smaller one, then thankful, then blessed. Just a little tip so you don't, mess it up and have to redo it. Because, I'd be the first one to mess it up. Alright, these are done. I forgot to take the back off of this last one. Do that carefully. Since I already painted it. I don't know how I missed that. Okay. Seriously? So after that whole speech I gave y'all about messing it up, I messed it up. Wait, no I didn't. No I didn't. Grateful, thankful, blessed. That's right. Oh Lord. Okay. Grateful, thankful, blessed. And we're going to use the plaid ribbon as our base. Oh, let me do the pumpkin first so it can kind of dry while we're doing this. So it's all white and ready to go, and I'm going to go to my paintbrush. Here it is. Okay, I'm going to use the antiquing wax, the Waverly antiquing wax from Walmart. I'm just going to put a little bit on a little paintbrush, and I'm just going to kind of put it in the cracks of the pumpkin, just to kind of give it a little shadow and give it a little more color, so it'll stand out from the white paint that we put on the book set. And it'll make it look more expensive too. It takes very, very little. I'm just putting a little bit on my brush and then wiping it on, which is a technique called dry brushing, when you just put a little bit on your brush and then wipe it over something. And what it does is usually give it a shadowy effect, and that's what we're going for. There we go. It's done. Okay. You could also paint it a whole different color if you wanted to. You could do like a light blue, a gray. Okay, I'm gonna use, so we're using this one as our base. Make sure I have enough before I cut it. Oh, I didn't glue these together. Let me glue them together because that definitely helps. Just keep it in place while you're trying to decorate it, so the books aren't moving around. And I think I said this already, but you can go back and you can hot glue it, or you can hot glue it ahead of time. I'm not gonna hot glue it ahead of time. That's fine for me to keep it in place. Okay. Okay, we got our first layer done. The plaid. I cut these at an angle. Okay, now we're going to use our leaves. I think I'm just going to use one of each. These are cute. They're made out of burlap. Really cute. They also have tons of like the garland leaves and all at Hobby Lobby, but I really like these. So it has a wire on the back, so you're gonna just slip it through one of your knots that you already have here. Do one going one way, then one going the other way. Okay, and then I have this buffalo check ribbon that I'm also going to tie just for a little more decoration, and this will kind of help keep the leaves in place. I'm just going to do a little double knot and let them hang. And then we're going to add our pumpkin. I'm going to clip it to this orange leaf right here. And then this one's done as well. How y'all think that looks? I think that looks really cute. It's not, you know, too many colors going on. It's cute, kind of the farmhouse look. And this would definitely be something you could put out, you know, starting in September, and you don't have to take it down until, you know, you start decorating for Christmas. It's gonna last a long time. Really cute. You could add more, you could take away. So what came from the Dollar Tree is these leaves, which it comes in 5. There's 5 pieces in each pack of these leaves. And then the pumpkin, there was 3 of those, and I only used 1. And the ribbon came from Michael's. I only used a piece of that. So this is also a very economical option. I think it looks really nice. I hope y'all are inspired, and definitely look out for some paperback books the next time y'all are out thrifting, and go check out the Dollar Tree. I was very impressed with some new stuff they had out this season, and just use your imagination. And if you like it but you don't like the color, remember, you can just paint it and it'll come out really great. Where's my other one? Thanks for watching.